we've got quite a bit of progress done, and we have 4 projects to run through today. This is Jim's project, the El Mondial, Belgium, 1929. So then we've got the 1932 KSS Velocette Twin, then we've got the Bowden, and then we've got the 1950 Works Charles Douglas. So we'll start at this end, work our way down, then we'll have this outside. We'll start up the Douglas, we'll start up this, have a run around the courtyard. We're going to ring up Bill McComb, Northern Ireland, who donated these bikes, see if he's out of bed yet in the morning, and let him hear the Mondial running, the Douglas running. He kindly donated these to the museum. He's got a monstrous collection. He lives in the 7 Mile Straight, actually, where the old Ulster Grand Prix circuit used to run. 7 miles straight from Muckamore to Claddy Corner. You wouldn't believe it. We were kids watching them coming down those straights, flat out over the jumps, and actually the jumps were so severe when Walter Russ broke the 100-mile-an-hour lap on the V4 supercharged AJ. On the 3rd lap, when he was leading Serafini on the 4-cylinder Gilera, the front fork links broke because he was motocrossing down the bloody 7 Mile Straight at 130 odd miles an hour, and the forks broke. So anyway, there we go. Jim, some words on this here. It's a big project.
Start off with a sneeze. Right, La Mondiale, yes, it's nearly there. I had it running yesterday, just a preliminary run. Needs a bit of fine tuning. Didn't manage to do 1 or 2 runs up and down the car park. Yeah, I've got number plates, headlight which is work in progress there, and a few adjustments, but it actually rode quite well. The transmission worked okay. It's very noisy. We're going to have to put a baffle in the silencer because it's horrendous noise, so that's all in hand. But so it's very nearly there, and we'll shortly give a demonstration.
Right, move on to the Velocette KSS. We did a bit of work on that. If you like to run on this side, we've Darren at Armours, who does all our exhaust pipes. Great company, great man, fast and very, very good workmanship. So he's made up these pipes. We give him the template what we want. So rather than these horrible bloody things that was on it here, we have got these lovely pipes, and we've got the tank mounted, so forth. So we're well pleased how this is progressing. This is 1932. Does that qualify for the Banbury run, Jim? 32? Or is it 29?
Really. It's going to be
pre-29?
Well, pre-30, isn't it?
Yeah, so that was a pity. I would love riding that in the Banbury. That would have been a rocket ship in the Banbury. 700 vertical twin Velocette, the only one in the world. So we'll move on anyway, that's coming on. Then we move on to the Bowden Wire Company. They make all these control levers in the 30s. They made all these levers. So they were, and all the cables and wires, they big monster company. So they decided to make motorcycles. 1922. As you see, really, it's an engine in a cycle. But if you think about it, 100 years later, they're still doing it, where they're putting engines in push bikes. So there we go. We're ready to start this up. Jim's just gone for some fuel, and pretty well there. It's all sort of coming along together nicely. Bowden they made the carburetors too. That's a Bowden carburetor on it. Bowden levers, and they made the motorcycle. So it's 120cc, little 2-stroke motor. That's the valve lifter there, which is quite good for starting. Little exhaust chamber here. I've got all this to sort out. This is some of the stuff here that I hope you remember where all that stuff goes, because I don't. So that's the reason why you have loads of photographs, so when you get Alzheimer's sitting in, you can see where all the bits go. But loads of bits, so brave men turn pale and others flee to the woods. This is going to be a bit of a nightmare here. The bloody drive here, it's let me see, it goes somewhere handy like that. That drives onto here that drives the wheel. The chain comes through from the back of there onto there, so that's your drive. So not quite sure how that'll work out, but we'll persevere and get it crooked up. Got the levers all nicely. That's a nice movement on that brake. It's push back, it's stirrup brake, so it's quite nice. Then this side here, you've got the valve lifter this side, then you've got the clutch, as it were, on this side to get the engagement. There we go. Right. Fuel, Jim?
Yeah.
Fuel, what mixer you running on?
Well, that's 25 to 1, which I mixed up for the...
Do you like an electric starter? Could you lads put that in your workshop? Maintenance book, that's how you put a 1920 electric starter on it. Jim, just steady it, right? There you go. That's it. At least that gives you some encouragement. At least the engine's working and running. So there we go. So I'll get all this drive mechanism on. Sort of all these. Remember I made up those on the bench. When you see me making all those up, well, they pop on here and they pop through here. That's the mudguard stage. So lots of little brakes, got neat little taps, and that lovely little tap. We got that all nickel plated. That's the stirrup for the rear brake, and the brake shoes, some chains, the drive chain stuff. So it's all coming along. So can you get McComb on the phone? Right, we're going to ring up Bill McComb. 7 miles straight. Hope he's out of bed, because he wants to hear his 2 bikes start up that he kindly donated to the museum from his monster collection. He's about 200 bikes. Here we go, Jim's got it fired up. 1930 Douglas, 350 twin, useless trials rider. I think I got a lot of ideas how not. When I was designing all the aerials and the Hondas and the Veloccettes, that was what not to copy. Best thing about these was having the opposition on them, because there weren't opposition. We've got McComb on the phone. He's listening to his bike he's donated. Right, everyone, well, that's an update on the workshop, what's happening. Happy Christmas and a prosperous new year. You'll need to catch up with all our restorations in 2026. We've got a few lined up, so always busy, and as usual Miller will be down to 6 days a week in the workshop, so I'm always pleased when you work in paradise. Cheers.